is ready.
For the Emperor!
Need help?
Whoa! Eleanor!
Where's the gold at? Where's the gold at?
Reporting for duty.
My bow is ready.
For the Emperor!
Need help?
Whoa! Eleanor!
Where's the gold at? Where's the gold at?
Reporting for duty.
My bow is ready.
For the Emperor!
There we go. I think we have our audio now. Okay. All right. Well, that should do it. We're back. We're back, baby. Maybe a few of you guys noticed us last night when we were doing our test stream, but probably not. We tried to be sneaky with it. We didn't want you guys to see it yet because we were still setting this up. But yeah, definitely nobody's in here right now. But somebody could watch this on playback, so I'm going to treat you as if you were a viewer and you were here right now. So I'm pretty sure we're running good. Don't really have anybody to kind of confirm back to me if my audio quality is subpar, so I will just have to double check that later. As far as I can tell, I think my audio quality is good. Ooh, I can see that the chat is not correct. Let's give that a little look-sees. How about we... There you go. There you go. Chat. Oop, that way. Chat window over here to my, well, my right, but your guys' is left. Anyways, chat window is over here. On the other side of that, that will be Ziad, our lead technical officer and programmer. He will be here shortly to join us. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right, we're opening up Unity. I got something specifically planned for these streams that we're going to do on Fridays. In terms of, I wanted to do something that's a little bit more like fun and relatively interesting, engaging to watch, and do something that's kind of like a clean start. Not that we couldn't also like get into, like I could play a build on stream, do some bug testing. That might be fun to watch. I could also, you know, at some point like stream the painting process or something like that if that's something people are interested in. But I think getting into Unity and starting to work, it's actually a good, pay attention to my wallpaper on my monitor. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to work on. Except, whereas this is a year or two old at this point, it's this is the world map of Eldinar that I made. It's time to take this and to do it in 3D. We're going to create a 3D version of the Eldinar world map, and which is why the title of the stream is called World Design, because we are actually going to go and design the world. You know, I just realized I didn't even like give a link to the stream in the Discord, so I'm gonna do that real quick because that kind of seems a little bit important. Let's do that. Where's our fun little footman? Archived stream resources. Let's see here, live stream starting. Yeah. We are live. Sorry guys, this is a little bit of wasting your time. YouTube, MythWard. Okay, there you go. Like that. Okay. We're in here in Unity. Okay. So I don't really need to move that one over. Okay. So this is. I think it's is it tab? No, it's spacebar. No, it's not. Oh, it's what's the button here? There you go. Shift space. This is Galwin Valley. This has kind of been our test map, essentially. We've been building the game in this environment, and it's the first map. So you know, we'll be able to, in a sense, see Galwin Valley when we build the world map, which will be very fun and interesting. Have any of you guys had this new Mountain Dew gummy worm flavor? It's really freaking good. Anything Halloween like themed or candy themed is of course wonderful. So what, for me being healthy? Okay, I did go to the gym today, and I am gonna cook myself lean chicken breast tonight, and have a protein smoothie, and have a few Swedish fish. But I'll try not to crinkle the back too much on camera. Yeah. So, like I said, world map. We are going to do the entire world of Eldinar in Unity. And let me explain real quick. So the reason for this is so that way we can it's for the campaigns. So when you're in a campaign, like if you guys have ever played like Total War, let me think about this. There's like an overworld map, you know. There's definitely, I don't know why I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's definitely lots of other games that have like, you know, you have your big overworld map screen and you can like move your camera around and like see all the different locations and all the different maps or whatever that you can go to, and then you select where you want to invade next or whatever, and then it, you know, zooms in and now we're like, we get into like an actual gameplay map. So let me get started here. Get us set up. I've been doing so much painting lately that I kind of have to put the painting hat down and put the Unity hat back on. And sometimes there's that is smooth, and sometimes it's not as smooth. So we'll see. I just need to get the gears turning, and then I'll be fine. Let me see. Also, Unity's slow, so you know, you get these like little loading bars all the time. Nuts, man, nuts. And for anyone who's wondering, this is like one of my go-to soundtracks. It's the World of Warcraft soundtrack. Specifically, this song right now is the Ghostlands from Burning Crusade. I know I've probably listened to the World of Warcraft soundtrack more than any other living soul on this planet. I'll fight in an arena to prove that. I know pretty much every single song in the entire game score ever. So you know, hey, just saying. But you know, don't throw hands with me on that. Okay, so focus, focus, focus. We're gonna get into scenes, levels. We need to. What do we need to do? Copy the large template, probably. Large level template, because it's gonna be big. It's fine, because I'm just going to use like one of our kind of base maps to like build off of it. It's going to be funny though, and maybe we'll get to like play around with it a little bit tonight. But kind of what that will mean is, you know, accidentally here, we might be able to like spawn in like a footman or something, and then like run around the world as like a Godzilla-sized, you know, footman. Because I'm gonna obviously like, you know, he will be big and the terrain will be a lot smaller, so you know you kind of get it. Let's do this. I'm really gonna be winging a lot of this too, to be honest, because this is like, it's not really gonna follow the same format that any of our other maps have been, because this is like a completely unique kind of setup that we're looking to do here. We're gonna call it the campaign world map. We've opened the campaign world map, and there's a couple of things we need to do. We need to think about this to set this up. We need to change the terrain data. Set up a couple of things. None of this is necessary. World. Just call it world. We'll have to color code things. This is big guy. Temporarily camera bounds. Level sketch. The good news is that we pretty much have our level sketch right out of the gate. I'll show you guys in a minute. It'll get a little bit more fun once we kind of get past this initial setup phase. Let me think here. We need to get the floor. Ground is what I'm looking for. This is going to terrain data. We have to been at this a while, so I kind of go to debug terrain data right here. This needs to get swapped out. What the heck is all of our terrain data? Series art environments terrain. Oh, okay, well. Campaign map. Okay, click this, lock it. Where did it go? There it is. Slot that into that. I think that's it. URP. Post-processing to worry about, which we can... I'm less worried about, like, post-processing effects and stuff like that right now. That's like it's a polish phase thing. And we're really going to start out with, like, the big strokes tonight. Just, like, the super big basics of, like, we're going to lay down a reference, which is the world map, so we can actually make it, like, to scale based off of the original artwork. And then, which I created. And then, it'll be like a process that we do over weeks and months. Because I plan on, at least for now, mostly only working on this on stream. There's like 50 other things that as soon as I get off of stream today, I'm going to go and do. But, you know, that's kind of why I didn't want to stream those things, is because you guys would just be like coming in right in the middle of, you know, this or that or whatever. And I didn't want you guys to kind of like be... you know, overwhelmed or confused. I want you to kind of get like a beginning, middle, and end like experience where you can see something come completely to life from one stream to another to another to another, and you're along for the ride every step of the way. So yeah, I'm starting kind of a side task, which is because we're gonna need this campaign map done eventually. It'll be a cool thing to one of these days when you're playing the campaign, because of course you're gonna buy the game and play it. You know, when you're playing the campaign one of these days, you're gonna be like, I was there when he made this hill or put that tree in right there or whatever. I was there for the whole thing. You know, it's all gonna be on stream for you guys. So, you know, you're gonna come back and watch this first episode and just be sitting here listening to me talk or whatever, and you'd be like, wow, look at that loser sitting there talking to himself on stream, shoving his face with Swedish Fish and Mountain Dew. Yeah, what a loser. And I'd be like, you're not wrong, but I'm also a god in a sense. So, you know, because I'm a god of Eldinar, you know, I'm the god of this universe, and I've brought it to life. So, you know, you can call me a loser all you want, but like, you're the real loser. Got him roasted. Anyways, let me see here. Don't need UI. Let's hide that. Don't need this in debug mode. Peek at this over here real quick. Okay. Oh my god. I'm thinking about it now. So first of all, I'm going to need to figure out how to learn how to do this paint trees thing, because that's going to be very relevant on this, because there's going to be so many trees. Good god. I don't even have all the trees yet. Like, again, one thing at a time. But I plan on this world map being, like, insane. Like, I want, like, awesome cloud particles. I want little miniatures of, like, every town, every capital city, all the different races. So we're talking, like, you know, it'll be easy enough, sure, to get, like, some human stuff in there, because whether, you know, of course we use some asset store stuff sometimes where we can, just to help speed up development. And even when I take something from the asset store or whatever, I usually go in and hand tweak it. Maybe I edit the model, maybe I swap out the textures. I do something to try to help to really make sure that it fits seamlessly into our setting, and it doesn't look like our game is just a mishmash of a bunch of different asset store items. But I would argue that you know, it's a luxury that we get to do stuff like that sometimes, but it's certainly not something that we can do with everything in this game, because there's just too many wildly unique races, like the Dragonics or the Jamoai or the Zenaris or something, that the art demands of that faction. We're not going to find it on the asset store. We're not going to find it from anywhere else other than, we got to make that, because it's like crazy high fantasy and unique or whatever. So we can't outsource it to anyone. We have to do it unique. So I think there's going to be a decent amount of that here on this map that I'm going to be building, because I'm going to have to make like miniatures for all the different capital cities, so that way they can exist in the world, and it, you know, feels like you're kind of like hovering around it and whatnot. What is that? Is that like the terrain bounds? Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. No, we're not adding regions. Oh, is this what is it because I'm on creating neighboring regions? Okay, we're gonna like just not do fat finger clicks like that again. That's a big no-no. Okay, so this is a level sketch, which actually, let's keep it. I'll show you guys what. Let's start with this. Actually, okay. I take that back. Let's start with this. Take the terrain. Why me no click thing? Why me no click things? Yes. Nope. No. No, I didn't. I didn't do it right. Okay. Okay, we're close. No. I want this. Layer override That's interesting. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking for a second. I could try to think out loud, but my lucky made floor. You guys are gonna see some like code names and stuff in here, and you're like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, whoops! There we go." Train data. Okay. Campaign world map. Campaign world map. What? Well, yeah. I'm specifically doing that. Okay, let's go look at something real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not screwing this up. Trust me, I've made plenty of mistakes in game development. Don't we all? Do silly stuff all the time. Okay, you're not barking at me. Go back to debug. Oh shit. Okay, I figured it out. Am I not supposed to curse? I'm gonna have to try so hard with that. I'm sorry, guys. I have the mouth of a sailor. I have no censor whatsoever. Okay, I figured it out. Fun fact, issue. So, wait. Switch this over to debug. Aha, you see? So there's terrain data down here, but then there's terrain data up here. Yes, I swapped out on this new map, I'm trying to get the terrain data correct for this floor. I want it to abide to this map because I don't want, if I make changes on this map, for it to screw with my template. And so I'm going to bingo. Hold that thought. Oh, I'm not dragging the right thing, and that's why silly me. Okay, there you go. Bingo. Problem solved. Hit Control S. Save. Click on this ground. Switch back to normal. It's not barking at me anymore. I'm him. I'm the Messiah. I saved us. You're welcome. Okay. So the thing I was trying to do real quick was just kind of I'm going to reset this floor real quick. Clear it out. None of our normal conditions apply today. We are doing something. We're going off the grid. Size of the brush. Get rid of all that dirt. We're going to do set height. How relevant. Yeah, I'll oops. It's what I'm doing correct. Yeah, there you go. Flattened it out. Okay. I'm going to just kind of keep talking a lot, because I think that there's a possibility that some people could come back and view the origins of the world of Eldinar. Okay, so we want to set this height. Is it very high? Let me think about this for a second. Depending on what you set the mesh resolution, the height to, it changes the min-max of how high you can go. And I'll give you an example right now. Also, let's just get rid of this sketch. We're going to bring it back here in just a minute, but let's hide it for just a second. Okay. There you go. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's raise and lower terrain. Boy, that's silly. Boop, boop, boop. Let's raise. Let's keep going. keep going. Oh, and what's happening? What's happening? I'll show you what's happening. Look, that's the ceiling. So that's as high as we can go. Is this, and so that is affected by the terrain height. And it also goes the other way around, holding down control. Let's go see how low we can go. How low can you go? How low can you go? Whoa! Punching it down. There you go. That's it. That's literally how low you can go in this particular instance. So by me setting this to 400, that's giving me my min-max. Now we have to ask ourselves, is this a good min-max for the world map? I would imagine that because it's, you know, kind of like a top-down kind of worldview, that we won't, you know, actually need to have, like, you know, if you're looking at, like, yeah, I mean, if you're like looking at it like this, I mean, I imagine like a big hill on this map is going to be like that would be like a massive, insanely high hill. That's like a massive mountain. That's like Mount Everest right there in terms of like what we're trying to accomplish. So maybe I should put the reference down first. I'm erring on the side of, I don't think we need to change it from 400. I think 400 is probably fine. But I think there's one thing that's potentially going to change my perspective on that. I think we might still have a world map in the files here. Let's show you guys what happens when we put that in here. Let's map. Oh, we do have a world map, yeah. In fact, actually, that's probably potentially the best one I could use. Although I kind of want, let me see, 1 second. Whoa. So this one doesn't have any of the titles on it, though. I think I want one that does have all the titles on it. Because I made a massive world that even I, myself, cannot keep track of all the stuff that I put in here sometimes. You see some environments, it's, I mean, it's, okay, well, hold on. Where would I put this? Yeah, I'd put an environment. And I would, I'm just gonna put it in this folder, to be honest. Short Explorer, environments. Open up another one. Let's go. Eldinar, archival, maps, world map versions, high gloss. 17 megabytes. How good is the resolution here? Actually, Unity has a restriction on this kind of stuff anyways. Pixels. It's 4 digits. I think we can go up to... Quick, give me an image. Need to look at an image. Nope. Let me look at an image. This. Okay, so it goes up to 16. So yeah, like 5 digits. I'm trying to see what would be like the maximum resolution map I could put on here before Unity's like, screw you, you're going way too far. Can I really do like the full, the full like gloss here? Full size. Oh yeah, I could. It's 330 flipping mega hoots though. But yeah, if I can do it, then So be it, Jedi. Let me see here. Oh yeah, sorry. I said I was just going to put it right here, and that would be the correct poop and poop. Okay. And Unity's going to, you know, do the Unity thing. Let you know the Swedish fish. And the world goes round. Ha! World. You need to make a bunch of world jokes. Mm-hmm. Damn, those Swedish fishtails are so good. Okay, you see? Because it's like red and blue. You know, if there's candy and if there's red and blue, like those are the two best flavors. Like, that's not really an opinion, it's more of a fact. You know, challenge me. I challenge you. It's not called level sketch anymore. Now it is called map reference. And we're gonna map, right? Yeah, there we go. See, now that's what I'm talking about. 'Cause now this has really good. I can more or less clearly read like what all the names of the locations are. Like, you know, Woesmorn and Taintmire Keep, the Blood Fort. This is Skolovia. This is where the vampires live. It's a horrible, awful place. Is the plan, but you know, it has a rich history that I've been working on for a while, though. Wow. Okay, that's how big this image is. It is that much bigger than the land. Interesting. Okay. So I'd like to do Z 0, 0, 0. So that's what it looks like when it's in the complete center. That's the, you know, the center of the world map. Okay. Kind of. Okay, let me think about this. And I instinctively would just be sitting here like thinking and doing things, but I'm trying to challenge myself to think out loud, so that way you guys can feel like you're involved in the making of this, and you understand what's going on. This is where the pirates are. If we make DLC, we'll make this like faction like 20, 21, something like that. Just saying. Shh. Okay. Anyways, let me see here. Do I make this smaller? Maybe a little bit smaller, because it's just gonna change the resolution of the mesh of this ground, this little floating floor right here. The scale that we make of that, it's gonna change the resolution of the mesh, which could potentially impact performance. I'm not entirely sure because this is my first game, but I would just think that is logically probable. I think we nerf it a little bit. We kind of meet. Let's shrink the map size a little bit, and then increase the floor size a little bit. Let's meet each other about halfway or so. I think that's fairly decent. Okay. Yeah, the Y is set at 200, so we're gonna set this at like 190 for now or something. Now the floor needs to... Interesting. I don't think I've seen these settings before. I think that Unity, okay, yeah. Spacing, interesting. Scattering, okay. Yeah, I think Unity kind of updated a couple other like brush and terrain tools recently. I haven't explored it too much, but I look forward to the opportunity. Just trying to get this all positioned correctly, because now what's going to happen here. I want to get this. Oop, that was not the right number. It's going to keep going that way. I see. Yeah, we're going to have to do like a bottom right kind of thing that it does. Okay. Resolution per patch. Detail resolution. Interesting. Map resolution. Interesting. All this is very interesting. Base texture resolution. Interesting. Wonder how much kicking those up kind of impacts performance. You know. All right. Those are all questions for a different day. I think we should focus on the task at hand, which is getting this the correct scale. What is it? It's called if we do this and we turn on. Okay, so this is an orthographic view. Should be able to get it essentially to the exact. I'd actually say, well, we want. Oh my God, this is going to be massive. You guys don't even understand. This is going to be so huge. Interesting. Because I have to make it even bigger because we're going to build out the world even into, like, the unknown regions, which is going to be... So you can still, like, kind of peek off into the horizon and see into the unknown regions a little bit, but, like, we'll shroud it in, you know, mist and whatnot. And there will be Easter eggs. There will be Easter eggs. You guys will see a lot of them be made over the course of the streaming era. Oh. Oops. Yeah, we're going to do that. My lips are sealed, but I have to literally think about the other races that we would add in this game. What is the theoretical possible I mean, not that we couldn't, like, by the way, we could always, like, shoestring additional infinite terrain if we wanted to. I'm just trying to be, like, smart and big brain the system and think about, like, based off of how many potential races we could add, how much further off the world origin would we possibly go? I know the answer to this. Well, I mean, I have to think about it for a second, but like, I know what else is out there, but you guys don't. And I'm not going to tell you unless you, I don't know, invade my household and threaten me with physical violence, in which case I will tell you whatever you want to know. It's not necessarily just, well. Oh, does it not show my cursor? You know what? I should probably enable that. Sorry, one moment. Let me see. Properties, capture cursor. Okay. Oh, okay. Now you guys can see my cursor. I'm sorry, you couldn't even see my cursor before. There's somebody important down here. There's also somebody important down here. There's also somebody important down here and right up here. Definitely up here. Also up here, 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 all the way up here, over here. Talking mad shit. Like, watch, like, Eldinar just become, like, this massive, you know, juggernaut in the future, right? And people come back, and they, like, hyper-analyze this sective footage. That'd be funny. That'd be pretty cool. That's the dream, am I right? Ha 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 ha. Hello, Mr. Puggins. I have a sweet pig laying right here. One of my voice actors for the game, he lives with me. His name is Bilbo Puggins, and he's a sleepy boy. Okay, I think that is probably reasonable. But I'm gonna be an insane person. Just like whatever I think is enough, I'm gonna add like another 500. Just to make sure we're good. This is like absurdly large. Like I know you guys don't necessarily have a point of reference as to these numbers that I'm punching in, but I'm telling you right now, this is absurdly large. It's, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times bigger like than any of our largest maps in the game. Yeah, I think that should do it. I doubt that we would I don't quote me on this, but I doubt that we would make this any bigger. Now, does that look centered to you? There must be a way to, like, know that for sure, you know? Decisions, decisions, decisions. I like myself some big round numbers. I don't know about that. We would go a lot further north than we would south, though. Spoiler alert. There's a lot of stuff is up there in the north. Interesting stuff. Okay. You know, yeah, you guys don't need to see all this crap behind me, but I am gonna kind of turn that light off because I want to immerse myself in darkness because I'm a cave troll. But yeah, jungle bedroom. Okay. Besides, you still have decent enough lighting. You can perfectly see me. I don't know. You know, we don't need crazy better lighting than we got. Hi, monkey. Okay.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi, buddy.
You
Are we
hand
on?
me your yeah, we're on. Hand me your links and I'll get your stuff going.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just been like we don't have any viewers right now, but that's fine. I've just been kind of talking about the process anyways because I think this could be something that is reflected and studied one day, you know, when we're like millionaires and people want to like farm all this information of like when I first built the world map in 3D, you know, they want to like go and listen to all the thought process behind it. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, this is the, you know, the, what do they call it? The prequel?
The prequel. Yeah. I wish I knew. Let me see here.
Thanks. Okay, let me remember how I set that up. Oh, okay. Camera. Okay.
This campaign world terrain is absurdly large. But like I'm trying to plan for the future. So it's pretty insane. This is gonna be this is gonna be fun. That's for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's see.
Oh, nice. I'll put some. Ugly cat, get out of here.
You just call your cat ugly?
I always call my cat ugly. She's not ugly. He knows that, but I gotta bully her. Oh, okay, 1 second. I'm setting things up.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Unity?
Oops, that's not what I want to do. Let me see here. Fuck. Shoot. Darn. Shoot. I'm trying so hard, like, not to curse. Because I know it's like, YouTube's like, that's a no-no. Try not to do that. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying so hard.
Yeah, on the drive back, I was telling Yana, my wife, that I'm gonna have a pretty hard time with this.
Yeah. Okay, so...
see it.
Hmm.
Okay, let's start. I'll give you the first link for now until I set the screen share up. Actually, I don't know if there's anything I need to show anyways, but I'll once I get on figure.
To have your video on? You better.
Yeah, this is my face, yes. And there's light today, so.
Yeah, there you go. You're on. Nice. And I mean, your as far as your video goes, it's really only relevant if you have something that you want to show at the moment.
Yeah, let's hold off on that for now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just kind of streaming me building
I'm trying
the
to
world map.
I prefer not to share my whole screen, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just share Unity, but I'm not able to find Unity for some reason.
No worries. I got plenty of eyeball candy for our theoretical viewers to enjoy.
Yeah. All the people that are not watching.
Exactly. That's okay. Yeah, I think consistency is probably key with that demographic or that market, but, you know, hey, what would I know? Absolutely nothing.
Oh, I talk about like for live streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. live streaming, like the viewership is a lot less than anything like YouTube or whatever, you know.
I'm gonna have to have.
Most of the time, like the streamers. Okay, I don't watch anybody like super regularly or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but the people that I like usually have like less than 100 viewers, anyways, when they're streaming,
Mm-hmm.
which seems like pretty low. One second, let me block this off for a second.
See, where's that? Basically, just do the basic trace of it for now. Yeah, this is gonna be. Oh gosh, this is gonna be so cool when this is done. It's gonna be insanely cool. I'm gonna turn this into a wallpaper and YouTube videos and all sorts of crazy
Oh wait,
stuff. with
are
this.
you doing like the? Wait, what are you doing? I was gonna say the map fly through, but we've done that already. What are you doing now?
No, we're doing. So we're yeah, yes and no. That's a good point of reference for you to mention that. But like, this isn't a 2D image. This is we're gonna build the world map in 3D. Like, so all the hills and mountains and the cities and the rivers and everything. So like when you're playing a campaign, you can move your camera around and like this is like your is like the lobby, like in between matches, like you're flying your camera around like a 3D world map and you're choosing like where you want to invade next. And there will be all sorts of like clickables or something on that world map.
I get
So
what you're
it's
saying.
like-
So it's gotta be like sections. Maybe you hover on something, it like pops up and lights up or something.
yeah,
something
yeah.
like
It's
that.
like, you know, I don't know if you ever played like Total War or any RCSs like that or
I played Civ a little bit. I think it's like that.
sure, yeah, yeah. That kind of like there's the overworld map and then there's like the battle map. The battle maps are obviously a lot more like intimate and like small scale. But then there's like the world map, which is like really large scale. Like, you know, you can't see people. They're ants. Like they're too small. It's more so about like the big strokes, like mountains and trees and rivers and cities, and you just see like little
Like,
things.
Skyrim's map, as an example.
Yeah, yeah. That's a decent enough example. Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess my question is, why are you doing it in Unity and not? I would assume that this is more of a 3D modeling thing, or are you just taking advantage of the terrain kind of tools?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, do it in Unity. Of course. Yeah, I mean, because all the terrain tools, the like grass brushes, the tree brushes, like I certainly don't have enough experience in Blender. Oh, you wouldn't want to just put it in as one model. That'd be like saying, why don't you just do the level in Blender, like the battle maps, like of course not. We want it to be.
No, but that's not the same thing though.
Oh yeah,
This
it
is
is.
a purely like, okay, I wouldn't do a level in Blender like terrain or whatever it is, just because collision, like those kind of things are really set up really well in Unity if you're using their terrains. But if you're doing something like this, there's no interactions beyond the you hover on it and kind of move it a little bit. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know much about like the artsy 3D tools that you use, but I assume there's some sculpting tools that would be decent at this, but I don't know.
In Blender.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else you use. I know there's like ZBrush or whatever. Don't call me or anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I used some of that back in college. Yeah, that's certainly the case, but I don't know. I've got pretty proficient with what's this program called? Unity? Yeah, I've got pretty proficient with Unity's tools.
I'd say yeah, the path of least resistance in that case is Unity. How are you gonna section it though? Are you gonna do multiple terrains? It doesn't look like that's what you're doing.
No, it's
So,
just one giant terrain.
So if we hover on a section of the map, right? I'm assuming that section should light up in some way or raise up or
No,
something like
no,
that.
no, no. So I'm not sure you're thinking about this the right way.
Maybe I'm
It's
not.
you have a free camera. You move your camera around. So think of like this is a Conquest of Eldinar map. Like, it's just that you're not running units around on it. It's a different scale.
I get it, but how do you interact with it? Isn't this like the campaign map, right?
Yeah. So there will
Okay.
be like essentially think of it like outposts, like hovering like structure buttons.
Oh,
There
I
will be
see. I see.
like
Okay.
hovering buttons over like maps and areas that you can click on to
I see what you're saying.
invade that region. So that's ocean. A little bit of a difference there. To figure out what to do with the rivers. That'll need a different kind of thing. So, actually, probably won't tweak at that tonight. These colors should be different though.
I'm curious on what the kind of the timing of this.
Timing.
Oh yeah, of making this now. Is this? Are we planning to use this as an asset or anything coming up?
No, not in So this is a stream specific thing that I'm doing. I didn't want to drop people in like the middle of whatever it is that I'm kind of doing. Like working on like the storyboard or something for the cinematic, because first of all, I want that's a secret. Second of all,
Right.
they would have no like reference as to like how this fits into development or what it is. And so I wanted to start like a fresh task that I only revisit on Fridays. So like once I put this down tonight, like I'm not touching it next week. Like I will touch it next Friday night and the Friday night after
Although I
that.
see what you were saying,
Yeah.
this only works if somebody's like sequentially watching the streams, or if somebody
Sure,
drops
in
in at
theory.
the third streams, then they're in the middle of something you're doing, you know?
Yeah, but they'll kind of see. I feel like it's an easier task to grasp than
I see what you're saying. It's
some
very
like random.
visual, yes.
Yeah, it's a very visual thing. It's not like
And straightforward, yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm sure if I care about screen, it's gonna be very confusing.
I bet, yeah. You see, and I'm also like, I think it'll be cool that, in theory, if somebody wanted to, they could also go back and rewatch each episode of this, and they could, which is why I was talking about the entire process and like my decision making. I was challenging myself to think out loud as I was kind of like making changes to the map. I want people to be able to see the entire iterative process of like what brought this world map to life and see it from its inception. So they will be able to do so.
Makes sense. Also, we could include this as like something in the demo. It's not actually playable in any kind of way. But hey, take a look at our interactive map or whatever. We can like, put a few cool things.
This will certainly have function. Also, in terms of like
some point, yeah.
Very soon, yeah, it'll have function. Yeah. Also, trailers though. Be nice to have this for trailers.
Yeah, I agree. This will be pretty helpful.
Yeah, that's gonna make it a little bit easier on my eyes.
Oh my god, I just had a vision in my mind. I have no idea how we would do this, like technically, but this will be badass though. So imagine like when you're playing the campaigns, every time a battle was concluded, instead of like you'll click main menu or whatever, go back and it just goes back to whatever the last thing is. What if we like zoom out and it like zooms out to the big map and returns you to the campaign? Tell me that wouldn't be amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's okay. What to me, kind of like what you're describing is kind of like Helldivers, where you start out on the ship and then like you get in the pod and then you get in and it's the loading screen is you in the pod and then it like
you're flying.
You just come right
you're
in.
dumbing down and then
Yeah, so it seems kind of it gives the illusion of being seamless. I could potentially see us like
doing a loading screen that's more of us zooming out or whatever it is, but I don't know if we would need multiple loading screens then, depending on what region
well, yeah,
you are.
just essentially make the loading screen like be like a bunch of clouds like hitting the camera, and then they dissipate, and then it pulls out, and you're back in the world map again. Yeah.
Yes, let's do it. This would be great. Seamless transition, cool stuff.
Would be pretty cool.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what I was even doing. From my notes. That's true.
Okay. Did exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay, cool. Shallow out the things eventually. We're just gonna go one island at a time, one coast at a time. This is gonna be insane. Insane in the membrane. Smoothing out the coastlines a little bit. this does. Just a little flatter. But, ooh. Are you just doing like bugs right now?
Yeah, I am. I have some things in my life. I was talking to the new person that might be joining us soon in playtesting, and I saw. I mean, there's a million things, but that's the most
Course.
immediate things that I saw that I wanted to fix.
Mm-hmm. So. S-E. Wouldn't do a raise and a lower. Really? Oops. Oops. This is where all the people who are bad at the game, where they're gonna go. It's Salt Bay.
Wait, sorry, what happened?
All the people who are bad at the game, this is where they're gonna go.
Oh wow,
Salt Bay. Is it gonna be salty?
wow.
Like when their favorite faction gets nerfed. Because I played like one match, and as the creative director, I got really like, I got salty, and then I was like, that's it, nerf that faction, and then it's one of their favorites, and so
Yeah, and they're gonna cancel us and say that we don't listen to them. Oh god, double down on Twitter.
Excuse me, sir. It's called the X.
Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna log. So you said for the death animations,
Mhm.
what you're saying is you want to ditch all the ones that we have right now.
I long term, yeah. I think we should move away from like hand done death animations. As much fun as I have doing them, maybe we could do like a hybrid approach at some point. But ultimately, I think ragdolls and ragdoll physics, ragdoll deaths. I think that will be more immersive, and I think generally speaking, people really like that kind of stuff.
I mean, it looks better,
Yeah. So, I have ideas as to how I could help you with spine, but I'll kind of let you.
yeah. So I mean, ideally, again, I only tried this very briefly,
Mhm.
but Spine themselves have they have like an official way to do ragdoll, right? So
Mhm.
something they have like a special ragdoll component or whatever it is.
Okay.
But it just when I tried it last time, there was some issue with it and it never worked right.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try it again. It was like outdated the way they had it implemented.
Yeah.
But let me do a quick test after I fix this bug.
Well,
But actually,
let me just run my idea by you, just in case you find it to
What's
be
up?
interesting. So, and to be honest, I'd prefer to not do it this way. If you have an official way, let's do that. But just to kind of run my alternate idea by you would essentially be, we could, because you can attach rigid bodies or do like physics objects in Unity, right? So what if I had an animation on like the standard humanoid skeleton, for example, where because I can attach, they added physics constraints into spine.
Right.
So I
Yes.
can manually do physics in spine. So I could essentially I could just manually add physics to the neck, the arms, the legs, etc. But by default they're turned off. Except I could have an animation called like death or ragdoll, an animation called
Turn it on for
ragdoll,
everything,
and
yeah.
turn it on, and then it just activates the ragdoll physics on all of the bones on the character rig. And then you essentially just in Unity you would set like, I don't know, the anchor point to like the chest or something. Like that's the one that's not going to have ragdolls, right? And then you just make that like a ragdoll like physics constraint or whatever, like in Unity. And if by you moving that thing around, it would then drag around all the other limbs, and it would give the illusion. Well, it would have a ragdoll style effect. So I think that's kind of like a, what's it called? Like when we kind of we're hamstringing it to get it to do what we want. But if there is a more official way is better.
I mean, obviously, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna experiment with the other ways, but I'm curious on why that's not a preferred option.
The one that I just described.
Yeah,
Well, because
like,
I'm just
setting up
adding.
these animations would be difficult.
I'm just adding further complexity to the standard humanoid skeleton, which is already a complex rig. And also this way, I would have to also add that support in for every creature in the game that we
Right.
would want this, I'd have to kind of add these, and also I'd have to like fine tune all of the physics, like weights and stuff on these too. I'm not saying it's impossible, certainly not. It's just more time consuming and
Not
more
preferable,
setup.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course.
just not preferable. Like, and if there is an official way to go about it, who knows? Maybe like that has like better features than like this kind of hamstringy kind of
Yeah,
way that
this
I'm
is
describing.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
What zone is this? Oh my goodness. No cheating. Is this Pandaria or Warlords? This is Warlords. Right? Oh my god. This is definitely Warlords. It's shoot, is it Spires or Gorgrond or the Grand?
Yeah, you don't even know, do you?
It's either Gorgrond or Spires of Wreck. I have to log in.
Wow, you're garbage.
I have to find out now. No, it's Mr. Pandaria! It's Valley of the Four Winds! I'm bad. Ah!
God.
Skill issue! I said it was Mr. Pandaria. No, wait. Was it? No, yeah, it was Valley of the Four Winds. Damn, I'm a loser. I failed.
That's it?
Shoot. I literally just mentioned, like, at the start of the stream that I was going to be, playing World of Warcraft music or whatever in the background, and that I challenge anyone to, like, contest my unbridled knowledge of this game's soundtrack, because I've listened to it probably more than any other human soul on this planet. In my defense, that's the one expansion that I usually skip out on when it comes to the music. In fact, I'm going to do it right now out of anger. We're going to skip ahead to Bastion.
So the first thing you said to our audience is a lie, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the first thing. Well,
think
no,
that's
it's
how we
not a
started
lie.
this.
People can make mistakes, and I just made a mistake by not knowing one track from the most mid expansion theme World of Warcraft has ever had. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, you can drop your excuses here. That's
I mean,
fine.
People can challenge me on
Does that
that
make you
if they
happy?
want. Like, they can challenge me on it. They're wrong, but oh well. I could just fire you. Yeah, got him.
You could fire me.
No, not you. It's Brenton. He called me trash in chat.
What do you say? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll just fire him.
Yeah. L's in the chat, Brenton.
Fix your computers so you can play more Dying Light.
Yeah, come on, Brenton. Wait, he still hasn't fixed it? What's the issue?
His issue is helplessness. So he's a very helpless person, and I'm just kidding. I love you. Please don't hurt me. He's like literally outside my window with like a sniper rifle like pointed, and yeah. I know you can. It's actually surprisingly enough, so his little laptop, his laptop is actually playing Dying Light at like a higher frame rate than his previous computer was. So.
Doesn't he have a nice laptop? Is it like a 4070 or something?
Oh, I think it has a 2070. But
it does. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible.
No, it's not bad. Either way, he's been getting some very decent gameplay out of it. So.
Oh, I booted up COE on the 49-inch, and all I can say is that we just need to, we don't zoom out enough for that monitor,
Oh, the width?
Like, the maximum zoomed out is still, like, seems really close for that. You can see, like, a big part. I mean, I'm just as playing around at some point, I'll
are you saying that, like, you can see into the dark zone? Like, off the map's edges is the issue?
No, I'm saying that, like, the maximum zoom out still seems really zoomed in, if that makes sense, for that monitor.
Interesting. Well, we
Yeah, I mean, not like super, like, I'm not saying like extremely zoomed in, but it seems like it could use more zoom out, if that makes sense.
sure, but you have to keep in mind though that like in I feel like we should treat this as if in theory like this could be a hyper competitive like game, in which case
Right.
you wouldn't want to give people with a monitor like that too much of an advantage by
Oh
like
no, I completely agree.
okay.
I just want to do it for fun. I just want to
Oh,
see what
okay,
it
sure,
looks
yeah.
like, to see the whole map at a time, you know.
I thought you were saying,
But
oh,
I mean, I
well,
don't
with
think
this specific
that's definitely
resolution,
not
let's give it like more distance. Or like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, but in that case, then we're saying we're capping at like the 34-inch kind of thing, because we're not directly optimizing for that, but we are kinda. We're biased, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people should play this in ultra wide because it's
I
awesome.
don't think you're the only viewer, Brenton. I see 4 people.
Yeah. No.
There's
There's
5.
there's 4 to 5 people, Brenton. So no. I mean, one of them is me, and I'm assuming one of them is Yuziad, but
That's true. Yes.
so there's one other stranger in here, a person,
Hi, stranger.
a person who shall not be named or mentioned.
Yeah.
You know. Let's watch it just be like Matt, like one of our other kind of developers, like like one of our other people. Just kidding. If it was Matt, he would have said something. He would have been like, "Hey guys, hey gang, what's up?
Yeah.
We have one secret admirer." Yeah.
Nice. If you're an artist, you should, or a programmer, you
Especially a
should reach out to
programmer, yeah.
stranger. Yeah.
Try down this aisle, mysterious aisle of mysterious things. Percy.
Oh, you want to hear something very interesting?
Of course.
So I told you that the spine developers, there's this task that's being tracked forever, basically. It's literally since like 2019 or whatever, of them saying, "Hey, we're gonna do like an optimization. We're gonna make this
Mhm.
multi-threaded, so it's just gonna make things much faster in theory."
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out like on that GitHub issue or whatever, and I asked if this is, hey, is something happening with this? And I just got a response today saying that they're actually like super close to delivering it, and they're looking at like around next week or so to deliver it. So I hope so.
Fingers
'Cause that-
crossed! Dude, we're kicking it up to
That'll be
400
nice.
supply. Come on, Spine. 400 supply. Let's go. I'm just
There you
kidding.
go, at least, yes.
How about this? How about we get 6 players in a match at 200 supply? See how that runs first. Then we'll start thinking about 400 supply. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's
Or
not gonna-
actually, how about
not
this?
gonna
How about
happen.
screw all those considerations? How about we just think about, let's get one Lichborn player in. And let's make sure the game runs.
There you go.
There you go. One Lichborn
No, I
player.
mean, I
in.
think at the moment where the performance is solid enough, it's getting up there, honestly.
Yeah.
And there is like not all the performers can be blamed on Spine. There's other stuff, but again, as I've explained before, the other things, it's like if I put in an hour of optimization in the other things, I get an hour worth of optimal kind of performance
Mhm.
increase and all those kind of things. It's just the Spine thing is the one that's a bit out of our hands. But everything else, like last optimization round, after I did the pathfinding stuff,
Yeah.
like I've made a bunch of things much faster than they are. But it's just the other things are I can understand. I can look at the code, profile it or whatever, understand. Oh, okay, this is taking 12 milliseconds or whatever. How can I make this faster? And then I rewrite it or whatever. It's just kind of actually it's a pretty fun process, to be honest.
Mhm.
If anybody watching, if you never tried optimizing code before, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle, you know, because you're trying to find this one thing and then trying to find a different way to do this exact thing that is much faster.
Where's that monkey? Where'd the monkey go? Where's that monkey? Oh, hi. What are you doing over there, mister? What? I see you. You're patrolling for trouble. That's what you're doing. I will be back in literally just a second.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
You are. This guy's being difficult. This guy's being difficult. Come here. You know that you want lap time. I know that you want lap time. We all know that you want lap time. So come and get it. Come and get some. Come on. Hello? Lappy? I will hunt you down. I will take you. You are my creature. All right.
Somebody call. What are they
Called?
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 No, I say what are they called? The PETA. Yeah, somebody called PETA.
Oh, PETA? No. There's no abuse. It's just he's being assaulted with love every day. Snuggles.
Exactly.
Oh, come. He's just being weird. He's staring at me like he needs something, but I know he doesn't. I know he's fine. What he's really doing is saying like, so, hey, father, about that BONE or TREAT or CHICKEN. I can't say these things because if I say them, then he'll know.
No.
One of these days. Wow, look at us. We're so popular. A whole 5 viewers. Oh, wow. I feel
Not bad.
like I'm like just the most popular kid in school right now.
Imagine 5 people sitting behind you watching you.
I mean, I guess.
That's
I'd
not-
say like, what are you doing with your life? But sure.
What are you doing? I mean,
Like, what are they doing with their
Why?
life? Like, what?
sorry, the people watching you,
Yeah,
they're watching you. That's what they're doing with their life.
but is
You
that?
silly goose.
I mean, I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
Melkin's Curiosities.
They're watching you be bad.
I'm not bad. I'm good at this. I'm making worlds right now.
Right.
There, see? I told you. I told you. I said if it was Matt, we would know. Because if it was Matt,
There you go.
he would say something. And there you have it. The prophecy, as foretold by Corey of House Kemper, has come true. And Matthew
We missed you.
Yeah. Matthew of House Waite has smiled upon us once more with his golden-throated,
Yo, what?
golden-throated, a golden throat.
Okay.
He's a voice actor.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Like the what's it like snake and like the sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you Matt could sing. I bet you he has the pipes. I bet you he could sing.
Okay, stop that.
It's,
did that on
the
purpose.
pipes. These are This is terminology. This is terminology that is used when referring to people that have beautiful voices.
That's great. Use
I'm-
another terminology. Find something else.
Castle Renville. Crazy shit going on in that building. Darn it. I'm supposed to say no words on stream.
Are we really?
I mean, I think like if we want to be successful, then yeah, I think like YouTube will detect if you say no words and then be like, this is one of those people, and then yeah,
Wow.
it'll like, I don't know, share your stuff less than people who did. Oh, my case in point. So a film that me and Brenton made a long time ago, we released a censored version and a non-censored version. The censored version that kind of bleeped out all of the curse words or whatever had hundreds of thousands of more views than the non-censored version did. So clearly it like pushed the censored version and the algorithm significantly more because it didn't detect any curse words. So
Interesting. Makes sense.
I mean, you ever watch YouTube channels where people kind of bleep stuff out?
Yeah, most channels do that.
How was your concert that you went to tonight? Pretty cool
It was
stuff.
a stand-up comedy show, and it
Oh,
was, it's pretty
stand-up
good.
comedy show. Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to another one tomorrow.
Nice. I don't think I've never been to a stand-up comedy show. Is that fun? Do you like get like drink? Well, not you, but generally speaking, do you like people like get drinks or something? Like, how does that work?
I mean, depends on where you go. So if you go to a comedy show in like a venue like we did today, it's like, you know, it's a venue like watching a concert or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. It's a theater, right? So you're just sitting there. You can get drinks if you want to, whatever. But if you are a comedy club, then usually it's kind of like a restaurant slash bar with a stage, you know.
Yeah.
So usually, actually, most comedy clubs that I've been to at least would have like a minimum order type thing where you have to order multiple things
Mm-hmm.
to sit there. Other than obviously like the tickets as well. It's also like slightly annoying at least because sometimes I'm just not hungry or whatever, and I'm just like I'm bored, and I don't drink, so I'm just like forced to order something. Well, I don't care. I'm not really like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want nothing.
Okay. Oh darn! Wait a second. Ooh. I'll figure it out. That'll be a solution. So what are we working on tonight? Good. But if the second. We are working on. So I'll zoom out here in just a second. Let me finish working on this island map. We are making the like official like campaign like overworld map screen. So if you guys have ever played something like Total War or what's the other one that you said?
Civ or Skyrim.
Yeah, Civ or something like that. Civilization, yeah. I feel like there's one that starts with a D. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what it is, but yeah. Anyways, the point is that big overworld screen. Can I zoom out? So this is the world map that has been done before, and we're straight up gonna make a giant world map that you can navigate. Yeah, in the campaign. So like you'll move your camera around, and you know you'll get to select like where you want to invade next and like learn stuff about the world. Like this is where you go back out to the world map to like look at like upgrades and stuff. And so yeah, this is a very early version, but I'm just now getting started on kind of shaping out the continents. I got to do like a basic pass on this first, and then we can like slowly get into like like the details here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kick that stuff up a little bit more. I really want this to be good. Hi. Have you finally come to accept your destiny? All right, come on. There you go. Okay. Yes, hello. Yeah, you got to make a cameo in every stream. As long as you don't distract me too much with your snuggles. Sweet monkey. It's come to collect. Yeah. Okay, well. He likes it when I do game dev stuff that doesn't, like he doesn't like it when I paint, because then my art tablet kind of goes in my lap, and then,
Oh, I see. I can see how that's annoying for him.
Say what now?
So I can see how that's annoying for him. I'll be mad too.
Yeah, I mean his number one goal is to get into my lap and snort like a pig. So, yeah, if he does snort like a pig, well, you guys are all going to have to deal with that, because I have to deal with that, and I don't think it's fair that I should have to deal with it and you don't. So, just going to kind of point that out. Yeah. That is, in fact, a pig. So, this will eventually be the entire. Yeah. This is the whole world. The entire world of Eldinar.
I mean, more of like an overview of the entire world, though. So you're gonna be able to select any of these individually, like any section in the map here, and then you would go into the actual map, which is
Yeah.
much more detailed version of a specific area.
Yeah. These are gonna be like hyper simplistic renditions of the world map. It's here to give you like an idea of what the world is, but like you can't like it's not like you zoom in and how cool would it be, right? If like the entire world map was, imagine an RTS where it's actually just it's an open world RTS and it's like one entire world. That'd just be crazy. But that is not what we were doing here. We were not innovating in that department. No, this is a basic campaign overworld map where you can use this as like your kind of information screen to decide where you want to invade next and what you want to do next. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. He's just having a hard time getting comfy. Oh, I don't want this. There you go. There you go. Yeah, very comfy. Goodness. You're distracting me from my game development. Yeah. It's your professional job.
Well, we got a game to make. What are you doing here?
I've said it once, I'll say it again. Any and all pushbacks tied to Conquest of Eldinar, it's probably Bilbo Puggins' fault. It's probably his fault. Like, whatever we have a pushback, we just blame him.
Oh, I believe it, yes.
See here. Going off the grid. It's okay because I know what's down here because I have secret map documents on my computer that detail the greater world at large. That is not on any of the official map listings.
So what you're saying is people have an incentive to hack you, right?
I
Come on,
guess
guys.
so, but also, like, I mean, if that did happen, I'd just change it. Be like, oh well, like that was what the world was gonna be, but now that you guys like literally hacked me and stole the information, I guess I'll just change it. So you're not
Okay,
getting that world.
Hackers, now that you know that, make sure you steal it. Don't say anything, and then wait until like we're
The last
midway through
minute?
development.
Yeah.
Yep. And then release
Then
it, you
release
know?
the info.
Close it,
I
yeah.
see. Smart. Why are you encouraging people to hack us?
We need marketing, so I'm just trying to find a way to get
Okay.
it.
yeah. Sulabad. Only people knew how important Tarsini was. It would change their life forever. Brenton knows. Bren
I
gets
guess
it.
I guess we can start with me. What's that?
Tarsini. It's this small coastal town in the southern regions of the deserts of Drokun.
And that's important enough to change my life?
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think that's very obvious.
Well, yeah, I mean, our life revolves around Eldinar, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that, but
Yeah. Just say that. Yeah. This is not good
Yes,
marketing.
yes,
Yes. Yeah, there
absolutely.
we
This
go.
is where
There
I
we go.
live, actually. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I live
Yeah,
in
I'll find a
Eldinar.
house over there.
Yeah, well, the canon story, pretty much like the opening events take place in Tarsini with Flynn Aaron.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's like doing his thing where he's exploring the world or whatever, and he is in Tarsini, and there's some Zanaris soldiers are there, and they're like abducting people or something, and he kind of gets involved. Him and his band of orcs, and then some other guy finds him, and then so on and so forth. The plot of Eldinar begins. Spires of Chroma, that'll be fun to finally see in 3D. You know.
Oh, I was talking on mute. I was saying that I'm about to hop off. I'm super sleepy.
No worries. I will talk to you soon.
Good. I'll talk to you soon.
You have yourself a good night.
You too.
Oh, goodness. Hi, silly. I'll wrap it up with you guys. Don't you worry. We'll keep it going until 12. Alright, I will use the restroom just real quick. Back to it. We still got 22 minutes of Eldinar to be building. So let's keep it going. Of course, this is going to take months to build this properly. And we're going to chip away at it during these streams. Every week, you guys will tune in theory, and we will chip away at this world map. No rush. We're not really in a position in development right now to be really implementing this, but long term, this will be a very, very important art piece. Very important map. So might as well start getting prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Because this game is, in fact, going to come out before I die. My goal is to at least have this out before Elder Scrolls 6. Somebody clip that. Santo Mori will be a map in the game. It will be gorgeous. It will be one of. I don't know if it's going to be the most beautiful map. Actually, wait a second. Let me think about this. Obviously, beauty is subjective, but beauty is subjective. But I would argue it'll probably be, I don't know, if I had to rank it in terms of like what my intent is, the intent is for Sento Mori to be the most beautiful map in the game. It'll be a sacred Japanese cherry blossom forest. It's the ancestral home of the Kitsune in Eldinar. So, pretty important location in terms of lore significance and whatnot, and I want to do it justice. I want to do Japanese culture justice. I'm not like an anime person. I'm not a weeaboo or anything like that. No offense. You know, I'm not saying that anime is bad. It's just not my thing. But that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate Japanese culture. So they certainly do have some wonderful, wonderful art and stories. Wrap up the stream with different kind of music. we're gonna pretty much wrap up the stream tonight at like our first. I don't want to say it's our first stream ever. I did a couple of streams a couple of years ago, back in like I think it was like 2023, while I was working on the build up to the Kickstarter. But you know, I stopped doing that at the time. Probably for the same reason I'll eventually stop doing this, right? Which is just a lack of viewership. Go watch them if you want. I probably just sat there and listened to the World of Warcraft soundtrack and painted a... This is not the World of Warcraft soundtrack, by the way. But this is something else. It's awesome. Gotta sing along every time. No. Yeah, it's just that, you know, I bet you there's a bunch of nuggets back in those old videos that probably nobody will ever watch. Like, literally nobody will ever watch those. Just like, there's a possibility that what I'm saying right now will echo into the halls of eternity. Nobody will ever listen to it. So I can say whatever I want, right? Just kidding. We're going to be a massive success. And then everybody's going to come back and scrub these videos for lore nuggets or something. Point is fake it till you make it, people. That's how you do it. Heritage Rest. That's where the Great Maw clan resides. Who would know because of Jordan Great Maw, the current chieftain of that clan, and also the war hero of the Narhala. Well, not a war hero. That's probably not the right word choice. I'm about to wrap up the stream, but just we'll about call it good here in just a second. I got so close to like finishing this. I can't do a detailed pass on obviously the coastline here for Stilwraith needs a lot more detail. So let's just try to get like a really quick pass in real quick. Slap it in there. Then we can kind of zoom out and see what we got here at the end of the day. Yeah, we did not too shabby, I think, for the first episode of building the world of Eldinar, or whatever you want to call it. You know, we made a decent amount of progress. That is fairly accurate. I do say so myself. Alright. Or at least we'll take this and we'll dial the very, very faint. So we basically just have like the outlines of the continents. You know, we're really focused on this kind of section right here. As you can see, the most detail is put into, you know, the coastlines of the kind of main Eldinar. You know, the continents that all share the Sea of the Seven Suns. You know, this, I guess the Sea of the Seven Suns is kind of the center point here. Two major islands we actually missed though. We missed Calibor, which is right here in the Midnight Isle, is nearby. Midnight Isle is where the Dark Elves are. A very mysterious race, and Calibor is pretty much the magic hub in Eldinar. Like, it's like the Hogwarts. It's the Mage's City. It's the Dalaran, you know, World of Warcraft or whatever. It's where all magical folk study and reside. Interesting. Wow. This is super cool, being able to see this in 3D. You know, getting to actually hover over the Southern Isles. Isn't that cool? And got over here Aranor. This will be so much fun. Skyhold. So Galewind Valley, that map that we've been working on so much. The map is right. Look, there it is, Galewind Valley. It's right around, you know, in in this section. Right here. So that one map, that big map that we made, that's actually only, you know, it's actually for fun here. Let's do this. Oh, let me turn the... I'm going to lose it at that. Okay. World of Eldinar, huh? Let's keep zooming out. Okay. Alright, Gillen Valley, guys. That is that map that you're playing in. You've been spending months working on. That's about right. Right there. Right there. Yeah. It's a big world. The good news is that I'm 29, I'm almost 30. Which means, assuming I keep going to the gym and eating healthy food, which I'll go cook myself some chicken right now, that means I should be alive for, if we're being optimistic, 60 more years. If I can make it to like 90-ish, that'd be pretty cool, I suppose. Which gives me about 60 more years to develop this. So I think it'd be pretty incredible if I dump 60 years of my life into this thing that I love so much, to see what it could become. And then maybe, you know, 60 years from now, somebody clips this and we watch it back. Wouldn't that be insane? What would I say to my 90-year-old self? Say good job, because I know you did it. Anyways, it's time to end this first stream. All right, so I'll catch you guys next Friday. We'll do this every Friday from now on. Have a good one.